सारे संसारे निज भजन दूरे जड़ दिया भ्रमन्तं मामन्धं परमकृपया पातुमुचितं मदन्यकादीनस्तव कृपण रक्षाति निपुनः वदन्न को वा मे प्रमुस्त्वं दीनानां खलु परमबन्धु पशुपते प्रमुखोऽहं तेषामपि किमुता बन्धुस्त्वमनयो त्वयि वक्षन्तव्यशिव मदवरदा अपराधः प्रयत्नात् कर्तव्यं मदवनमीयं बन्धुसरणिः त्वत्तां दिव्यैश्चिरं प्रार्थितं शम्भो लोकगुरु मदीयमनसा way of praise. Question arises. We pray. Do our prayers listen? Does it listen to our prayer? Sri Ramakrishna said, of course it does. Our prayers do not come for the others. They come for our needs. That time we seek ourselves. We do not find a way out from our troubles and problems. We seek. Of course, human beings are the children of God, have every right to pray to God. Prayer has a tremendous power. It has a dialogue between God and man. Prayer brings and very close to God. It is not good for us, so we have to pray. It is up to you. Sometimes we pray many worldly things which are supposed to be bad for us. God will answer. If a person goes to a doctor and says, please give me poison, I want to kill myself. The wise doctor does not give that poison. Similarly, there are many worldly objects which we pray to God are poisonous. So God does not answer. But He knows what is good for us. So let us pray. Remove all the ignorance from our hearts. Remove all worldly desires from our hearts. And give our deep yourself to us. Give us peace. सहना भवतु स्नौ भुनक्तु सावीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. May Brahman protect us, may he guide us, may he give us strength and right understanding. May love and harmony be with us all. Om, peace, peace, peace be with you. Panchadasi by Vedanta, chapter 5, verse 7. Mahavakya Viveka. Maha means great, Vakya means sentence. The great sentence. There are many, many sentences we use when we talk. But what is the great sentence? The greatest of all sentences? Mahavakya. These 4 sentences of the 4 Vedas are the greatest of all sentences we use in this world. Maha, great. Why is it great? Because this sentence gives us illumination. No other sentences give us illumination. These sentences give us the experience of Brahman. For that reason they are great. The Rig Veda, the Mahavakya, the great sentence or the great Vedic dictum, was Prajnanam Brahma. Consciousness is Brahman. Consciousness is all pervading, everywhere. But the individual consciousness which is within us and the cosmic consciousness which is outside, as consciousness, both are the same. As the individual space of this room, library room, other rooms in this house, and the cosmic space as a space, both are the same. The next Mahavakya was from the Yajurveda, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Who is this I? Ego? No. It is not this little ego. It is the cosmic ego. So aham, hamsa, I am that I am. I am that I am. That ego. Pure consciousness. That I, Brahma, Vashmi, am Brahman. I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Day and night we think about I am body, I am a body, I am the body, I am the body, I am the body. So you identify with the body and become body conscious. Similarly, if you counteract, if you reverse that body idea, and day and night you think I am the Atman, I am the Atman, I am the Atman. What kind of Atman? Esho Atma Apahata Papma Bijaro Bimrittu Vishoka Bijigitsha Apipasha Satyakama Satya Sankalpa. That is the Atma. Chandogya Upanishad defines Atma Apahata Papma, sinless. There is no sin there. No ignorance. Bijaro, Jara. No old age, no sickness, nothing in the Atman. Bimrittu, deathless. Vishoka, griefless. Bijaro, Bimrittu, Vishoka. Those words are so poetic. Bijaro, Bimrittu, Vishoka. Bijigitsa, hungerless, no hunger. Apipasha, no thirst. Satyakama, resolution, deliberations are true. It exists all the time. E apahata papma. There is another definition of the Atman. It is good to have some idea what is Atman. Atma, Atma, Atma. We day and night we think about Atman. Jatcha apnoti, jat adatte, jatcha otti, vishayaniha. Jatcha so santato bhavu, tasmat atma iti kothita. Or kuitate. Apnoti, Bapnoti. In dreamless sleep, this Atman, this pure consciousness, pervades my body, mind, everything. We go into that consciousness and sleeps there. Consciousness pervades in our body, mind, everything, and at that time we do not have any knowledge of external world. We become one with consciousness. Jat chapnuti. Then jat adatte. Adatte means during dream, who manifests our desires. In dreamless sleep, whole being manifests through consciousness. In dream state, our desires becomes luminous by that consciousness. Adatte. All the desires manifest in dream state by that consciousness. Jatcha otti. When we in the waking state, we enjoy this world through the senses. We enjoy this world through the senses. By the help of consciousness. Without consciousness, you cannot enjoy. These are the three states of human beings. What is the fourth state? Turiya. Jat chato santato bhavo. Apart from this manifestation of consciousness in the three states, there is cosmic calmness, serenity, actionless state of the Atman. That is our true nature. There we want to go. That knowledge, that self-knowledge will bring by this Mahavakya. Verse 7. We already discussed the three Mahavakyas, Prajnanam, consciousness is Brahman, I am Brahman, and the word that. Now, the fourth Mahavakya comes from the Manjukya Upanishad, which says, Ayam Atma Brahma. This Atman is Brahman. Listen. Swaprakasho aparokshatvam ayam iti uktito matam ahankaradi dehantat pratyagatma iti giyati. By pronouncing the word this, it is meant that the Atman is self-luminous and directly experienced. That is known as Pratyagatman, which is the indwelling principle, covering everything between egoity and the body. The word I am, this means that which is self-shining and directly experienced, that which is the innermost from the ego unto the body is said to be the self. I am. Idam adash. This, that. That means we think that is a thing which we do not see. That is the place. You remember that. And this place and that place. That place is remote. I do not see it right now. But this I see. So I am this. It is Swaprakasha, self-luminous, self-evident. And Aparuksha, direct, indirect. This chair, I see this chair, I see direct. That chair on the third floor, I do not see it. So I am Atma, this Atman, which is self-evident, self-luminous, I can see, is Brahma, is that ultimate reality, is that supreme consciousness that he is talking about. We shall discuss. The self is directly experienced, that which is perceived through the senses is called pratyaksha. It is close to us, within the range of the senses, and is indicated by the word this. This book is in front of my eyes. That which is beyond the range of my senses, therefore cannot be directly perceived now, which is remote in time and place, is called paroksha, like heaven. That which is pratyaksha can become praroksha. Paroksha means direct, indirect, and vice versa. But that which is neither pratyaksha nor paroksha is called aparoksha. It is neither near nor far, cannot be perceived by the senses, now or ever, can never be indicated as this or that. The self alone is aparoksha. Paroksha, pratyaksha, paroksha. It is aparoksha. I am neither near nor far. Near and far are the completely concepts related to I. I cannot be experienced by the senses now or ever. Aparoksha is here, indicated by the word this. This self is the innermost, pratyak. That which can be objectified is outer. The subject is inner. The objects are experienced outside the body. The senses are inner to the body as I can see the body. The mind is still within, as I know the condition of my senses. The ego, which identifies with each thought, is still within as it gives existence to the thoughts. From where does the ego spring forth? The I notion cannot come from something other than I, the pure self within. Hence it is the innermost. Anyhow. I am Atma Brahma. Atma Chatushpat in Mandukya Upanishad says there are 4 quarters of the Atma. 1 quarter we experience in the waking state. 1/4 dream stage, 1/4 sleep stage, and 1/4 is above. You know, waking, dreaming, and sleeping in these three stages are very, very important in the Vedanta philosophy. There we find the play of consciousness, how the consciousness is working in our system. Consciousness is knowledge. We have the knowledge of the external world, but we do not have the knowledge of the Atman. Because Atman is the subject, Atman is the knower. We think we are the knowers, we are not the knowers. It is the Atman. All consciousness, all knowledge comes from that source. The knowledge we get through the buddhi, intellect, that is borrowed knowledge. I shall discuss about it. Let me finish this book first, this chapter. Drishyamanasya sarvaisya jagata tattam irjati brahma shabdena tad brahma saprakashatmarupakam. Verse 8. The essence of the entire visible universe is denoted by the word Brahman. That Brahman is of the nature of the self-luminous Atman. I am Atma Brahma, your God. That is the main thing. How can I be God? Impossible. I am Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. How can I be God? It's crazy. That we feel. But that is the truth. Drishyamanasya sarvaisya jagata. The cause of this whole manifested universe is that pure consciousness. And that pure consciousness is self-luminous. And that consciousness is your Atman, my Atman. Atman and consciousness is one without a second. How can I experience it? That is the question. That we shall talk. And that is the end of the chapter. Now we shall talk about Atma and non-Atma. Atman and non-Atman. What is the difference? What is non-Atman? What is Atman? If you want to know, you will have to be a student of Vedanta. First, you will have to learn how to discriminate between the real and the unreal. Vedanta will teach you the thing which exists in the past, present, and future, that is real. That is only God, Brahman. In this world, nothing existed in the past, exists at present, and will exist in the future. There is no such thing in this world. So this is ever changing, this world. The thing which has a change is subject to destruction. So, first you must learn how to discriminate good and bad, truth and truth, real and unreal. Second, you need dispassion, renunciation. If you are attached to the worldly objects, your mind will not go to God, will not go to Brahman. Third, you need self-control. Fourth, you need burning desire for liberation. If you have these 4 qualifications, then you are just a beginner of a Vedanta student. Next, the Guru will teach you how to practice it. First, listen. These teachings of the Upanishads, Gita, Brahma Sutra, these teachings, as I was talking about Mahavakya, those are the great teachings of the Vedanta that you will have to listen. Only listening will not do. We listen so many sermons, it doesn't work. You will have to reflect. You will have to think about it. Next, you will have to meditate on it. This is the inner 3 disciplines of Vedanta. Now you are a student. Atma, Anatma. Atma means consciousness, Anatma means unconscious. Your body is conscious or unconscious? Tell me. Unconscious. See all the 8 bodies? Unconscious. Body is matter. When we take the dead body to the crematorium, we see only ashes. So body is not the Atma. We discuss these things in the Panchakosha Viveka. Physical body is not the Atman. Your sense organs are not the Atman. Your mind is not the Atman. Your buddhi, intellect is not the Atman. Your ignorance is not the Atman. There are 5 sheaths of the Atman. We discussed it. Chit. But Swami, I am conscious. Through my intellect, I can see, I understand, I know so many things. Do you know what you are doing? A buddhi is just like a mirror. Here is the sun. Through the sun, when the sun reflects on the mirror, then with that mirror we can play. So, when this Atman reflects on the buddhi, it becomes a mirror. With that mirror reflected light, we get the knowledge of the chair, microphone, you, myself, books, table, all this food, clothing, all car, all this knowledge comes through that reflected light, through the buddhi. Pure consciousness is behind. Our individual bodies and behind this whole universe. And Jod means matter. It cannot manifest itself. This chair cannot manifest itself because it has no consciousness. It does not have any desire either. Only a conscious person has desire. You have desire, I have desire. So what is the difference between consciousness and matter? Subject and object. I am the subject, my body is the object. This chair is the object, microphone is the object. Billions of objects are in front of me. I am the subject. I am the Atman. It is amazing that you know how we get the knowledge of this external world. This consciousness is manifesting everything. As the darkness cannot enter into the sun because sun is luminous. Similarly, this Jod, this matter cannot enter into consciousness. But do you know our problem? Now we have a problem of grunthi, a knot, K-N-O-T, where the consciousness and the unconscious meet. That is called Chit Jod Grunthi. It is the knot between the conscious and unconscious. Do you know where? In the buddhi, in the intellect. or the Atman reflects, and here is the Buddhi. So Buddhi, Ananyodhas, is superimposed on this, as is superimposed on that. Let me tell you how. The moment Buddhi is superimposed on the Atman, I think I am happy, I am unhappy, I am miserable. All these kinds of ideas come. My I, that consciousness has become limited I. Atman has become this limited jiva, individual self. And at that time he thinks I am good, I am bad, I am sinner, I am saint, all these words come. They superimposed on each other. On and not that. It is just like fire. If it is a long wood, fire will be look long. If the wood is round, fire will be look round. So according to the object, when the consciousness goes and encompass that particular object, it takes that kind of knowledge. The joy becomes, it shows like that it is conscious. Then of course we discussed about the 5 sheaths of the soul, the body, and we never say I am body, you say my body. You do not say I am the mind, you say my mind. Possessive, you are not. Panchakosha. Then another thing you should know, that each one of us has 3 bodies. Each, you have 3 bodies, I have 3 bodies. Guru's body, this is Guru's body. Subtle body, mind, intellect, 5 organs of action, 5 organs of knowledge, and 5 pranas. These 17 limbs constitute the subtle body. Whole mystery in Vedanta is in that subtle body. It's subtle body. Is the seed which brings us to this world again and again. We reincarnate. Seed body goes one after another. If that subtle body is illumined, you will never come back. So illumination will take place with that I, ego consciousness. I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. That mantra can illumine our hearts. And causal body is ignorance. Deep sleep, we experience it, causal body. But Atman is not the body. It is bodiless, it is embodied. A Atma is Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Our body, mind, senses, buddhi are floating on that consciousness of the Atman. When that consciousness is connected to the body, you say, I am fat, I am lean. When that consciousness is connected with your sense organs, I am blind, I am deaf. When that same consciousness is connected with your mind, I am happy, I am unhappy. When that same consciousness is connected with your intellect, you say, I am ignorant, I have knowledge. In this way, whenever their consciousness connects, you get that kind of experience. It is amazing. Some people think my wife is my Atman, my husband is the Atman, my children are the Atman. They are very knowledgeable people. They see Atman outside the body. This Atman is not limited by Desha, Kala and Nimitta. Desh, how do you get the knowledge? Space. Without a space we cannot have any knowledge. And time. This evening, night, yesterday, tomorrow. We have the knowledge of time. We have the knowledge of the space, my body, your body, this chair, Vedanta temple, my home. All these kinds of knowledge comes, variety. What is this ignorance? Agyan, which is the problem, which is the source of all of our problems. Yai Maya, Shakti of Brahman. There is, it has no beginning, but it has an end. You cannot define what Maya is. If I ask you, could you define what is ignorance? Or what is darkness? The moment light comes, darkness disappears. Again, darkness appears when there is no light. Just see, it is a mysterious phenomenon, this Maya. It neither exists nor it neither exists or exists, but it appears. Just like mirage. You can see it, but it does not exist. You see water in the mirage. You can see the silver on the mother of pearl, but actually there is no silver, but it shows. Due to a little darkness, you can see a snake on a rope. Actually, it was a rope, but you do not see it. You are shouting it's a snake. That is the way Vedanta explains this phenomenon. The moment light comes, you see the rope as a rope. There is no snake. The Maya, it is the Shakti of Brahman. If somebody asks you continuously, at last, do you know what will you say? I do not know. Tell me what is your source? My parents. What is the source of your parents? Their parents. What is the source of that parents? Their parents. Unending. How did you get the jar? From the clay. What is the source of the clay? I don't know. Oh, clay came from water. When the water came from what? I don't know. From rain. Rain came from what? I don't know. If finally you will see, you will always say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know the source of this creation. This world, this mountain, trees, plants, ocean, where do they come from? What is the source? We say we don't know. It is nature. It is not the answer. We do not know what matter and force really are, but we shall explain them by some of their properties. Shakti. Every object has two forms, Vyakto, Abhyakto, manifested, unmanifested. Look at this chair, wooden chair. What is the source? A wooden tree. The tree is the source, and this is the effect. Cause, effect, cause, effect. The whole world is nothing but cause and effect. Manifest, unmanifest. Atman is beyond the cause and effect. Finally, Atman, the Vedanta will tell you, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mitha Jiva Brahma Iva Napara. Brahman alone is real. This world is apparent, not absolutely real. And the individual being is nothing but Brahman, Atman. Sometimes it bothers us, this world. We live in this world, my food, my clothing, my home, my place, my car. They are real, unreal. Hard to believe. It is only a madman who will say that my car, my home, my family are all unreal. As long as you have ignorance, they are real. When ignorance goes away, then it becomes unreal. Who will knock out this knowledge of duality? We Mahabhakya, the great Vedic dictum which we talked. Mrityu sa mrityum apnoti jaya naneva pushyati. If you see variety, multiplicity, diversity, always remember, you will have to face death after death. You will be born and die, unending. Only knowledge of Brahman, unity of knowledge, can knock out your birth and death. It will give you illumination. Yatri dvaitamiva pashyati tad itaraitaram pashyati itaraitaram jigrati. When you see duality, then you see something itaram, different from you. That is lower things. This world is nothing but show of a magician, great magician, Jalavanisha. Upanishad says God is a great magician. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. A Brahman, a Atman, a Shantam, calm, Shivam, auspicious, Advaitam, non-dual. During dream, all these things become real to us. But when the dream breaks, in waking state, the dream visions become unreal. Similarly, in this waking state, do you know what we are doing? We are continuously dreaming. These are all daydreams. This world is Ishya Srishta. We discussed these things, if you remember. Ishya Srishta Dvaita and Jiva Srishta Dvaita. The duality created by God and the duality created by ourselves. The thing which is created by God you cannot destroy. But the thing which is created by you, you can destroy. I can destroy my own ignorance. You can destroy your ignorance. But the duality, multiplicity, diversity, they will remain. When we think about Jagat world, do you know what we think? Nama Rupa, name and form. Chaitanya has a name, has a form. This table has a name, has a form. Chair has a name, has a form. The book has a name and a form. Anything you will see in this world is nothing but name and form. That comes from Maya. They are not absolutely real. Apparent. When we have the self-knowledge, all this duality will vanish. The absolute behind everything is Brahman. See, Brahman, with the veil of ignorance, appeared before us as mother, father, wife, children, friend, enemy, this world, everything. All this variety, multiplicity. This world is the manifestation of the waves of the mind. Then they raised a very good point. If this world is the Dvaita is mitha, duality is wrong, unreal, then guru, mantra, spiritual life, all those are all unreal. Scripture, unreal. Guru, unreal. Mantra, unreal. Spiritual life, unreal. They're all duality. Answer? Remember, I told many times. The unreal guru through unreal mantra can remove the unreal ignorance of the unreal disciple. The unreal doctor through unreal medicine can remove the unreal disease of the unreal patient. All unreal. Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful example. A thorn pricked into your foot. You take another thorn and they take this thorn out, then you throw away both. So ignorance can be counteracted by knowledge and then throw away both. Then you may say, Swami, what have we learned from this chapter? What have we learned? Mahavakya means a great sentence. The length of the beauty of composition does not make it great. In fact, the Mahavakyas talk of the greatest. A Mahavakya is a sentence which reveals the identity between the individual jiva and the infinite reality of Brahman. Hundreds of such sentences are found in the Upanishads, the Gita, and other texts, but 4 of these are considered as main. They are taken from the 4 Vedas, one from each of the sacred books. Thus it is established that the truth revealed by all the Vedas is the same. Each word is a sentence, has some meaning. The words put together make a sentence, which again has its own meaning. A sentence can have both literal and indicative meaning, according to the context of its use. The meaning of the Mahavakyas should not be taken literally, but in its implied sense, and so the word meaning and the literal meaning, if contradictory, are to be rejected. Do you know what does it mean, what he is talking about? Shabdo, sound, makes a meaning. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. I means this Chetanananda, Brahman. Chetanananda is Brahman. You are Brahman. Mary, you are Mary, or you are John, you are Brahman. No. Your body is not the Brahman. Your name is not the Brahman. What Guru says that your consciousness is Brahman. They give an illustration. St. Louis is on the Mississippi River. What does it mean? A city is floating on the river. It doesn't make sense. Then comes the indicative meaning. St. Louis is on the bank of the Mississippi River. Look how it works. Obhida. every sound has three meaning: direct meaning, Banjana, and Lakshana, indicative meaning. Let me give an example. This is a chair. Direct chair, we know its meaning. I know the chair, the sound, the name, and the form, and I have the knowledge of the chair, and I am definite this is a chair. Sound brought the meaning. Banjana, a girl is telling her father, "Father, the sun is about to set. The sun is about to set." Father got the meaning that you are a washerman, you wash your clothes, they are dried in the field, now bring them at home so that we can iron them, and then you can deliver those clothes to the people. So father understood the sun is about to set. I understood this. My daughter is reminding me to do my duty now. It has nothing to connection with the go to the ground and bring your clothes and dry clothes so that we can iron them and we can give delivery to the people. That is called Banjana. Another is Lakshana. So I am Devadatta. This is the Devadatta, my friend. I knew him long ago as a little boy. We used to play together in the same school. Now he is the President of India. This is that Devadatta. So that Devadatta, whom I knew as a little boy, and these Devadatta are not two different persons, same persons, but his body has changed, his mind has changed, his education changed, his position changed, everything changed. But his consciousness remained the same. That Vedanta one, that is called indicative meaning. When Vedanta says thou art that, you are God, that doesn't mean that your body is God. It says that consciousness, that unchanging reality which is within you, and that God, that Brahman, that two consciousness both are the same. So that Vedanta wants to remind you your true nature. And you will have to realize it. So that is the way we can talk about these Mahavakyas. So that is the end of this chapter. Masatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mriturma Amritam Gamaya, Abhirabhirma Yedi, Rudrajate Dakshinamukam, Tenamam Pahi Nityam, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality, light us through, and guide us evermore with thy loving presence. Peace, 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 be untold.